Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Chelsea Premier League preview. Obviously, we have another game tomorrow, a big game tomorrow. Uh, I know your fan channel saying the big one, but Tom. Obviously, let me introduce you first. Joining me today once again is Tom. Tom, how's things with yourself, man? Looking forward to
Grant, how are
tomorrow's
you?
game.
Thursday?
Looking forward to tomorrow's game.
Yeah. I mean, season's coming to an end now. Obviously, 1 point off top four. Obviously, thankfully, we're at home. We usually always win at home. Phenomenal record from home this season. Chelsea, not the best team, been certainly had a very disappointing season for them standards, but we look forward to it. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Just right. Everything's fine. Obviously, we beat Bournemouth on the weekend. 1-0. Casemiro, I thought we could have beaten them by more. I'm not going to lie to you. I think to be fair to you, they're safe. All they had to do was shut us up. And Casemiro, that was actually a decent goal from Casemiro, actually. I didn't get time to see it until I came back into the room and I was like, hold on a sec. Oh, Manchester United scored. And then Casemiro, who I think it must have been was it I think Reading must have been the last time he scored. Casemiro.
Newcastle in the final.
Newcastle, Jesus, yeah, that seems like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Like 2 months ago now, two what? We're in the month of May.
Nearly three. Nearly 3.
3 months. Yeah, geez, that was. Hopefully, we can repeat the same kind of game when we play City. But anyway, listen. Obviously, like, what was your thoughts on the game against Bournemouth? Listen, a lot of things went that way that game. I was looking at the Aston Villa Liverpool game. Tom, you have to. But listen, besides that, like, what was our thoughts on the Bournemouth game? Like, do you reckon we could have been better, or, I to be honest with, I know it's Bournemouth. I know we could have beaten them all, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it was a good win. No doubt about that. We played defensively we were fine. Defensively we were pretty good. Most seasons against these small enough teams, we've been defensively and okay. It was another game. We scored one goal. We didn't do too much. It was a fairly not the most exciting game. Didn't play amazing. You wouldn't get away with that against a bigger team. But to be honest, this season when you're playing against these teams, just get the wins. Don't have to play so well. Just get the wins. Get the 3 points. That's your job, and we did that. We didn't play bad. We weren't great. Was attacking. The defense was fine. Back four, Ericsson, Casemiro, they were fine. The attack was a bit rusty, but in fairness, they're pretty good all season, and we had the job done luckily enough thanks to Casemiro, so we didn't have to worry about that. But to be honest, just happy with the win. That's all I really needed. We didn't have to win very well for that. Just get the 3 points, and we did.
Yeah. Can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, because I hear you.
Right, that's right. Because my internet is acting up again. So if I am lagging on someone's screen, I'm sorry. I'm afraid to change it because just look at the preview for the Bournemouth game, you'll understand. But
yeah.
Just once you can hear me, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Right, nice one. But as you said, probably wouldn't have gotten away with that kind of form against a bigger team. But Bournemouth, as we said, they were pretty much safe. So you could say it was a dead rubber game for them. But obviously they want to get the points as well. But listen, I thought we were.
Oh, he's gone. I'll just carry on for a bit now until he's back. But no, it was a good win against Bournemouth. Didn't play the best. We were okay. Defensively we were fine. Him made a good save against Moore. Varane was good. Lindelof was good. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, they're fine. They're tidy enough. Casemiro was good goal, decent performance. Ericsson was very solid as well. Fernandes was a bit off, to be honest. I thought Sancho as well, and they weren't terrible, but a bit of an off day. But to be honest, sure they've had a decent enough season. They're about to have one bad game, and to be honest, luckily it was a game that we still got 3 points, and so not too bad of an issue. But say you wouldn't get away with that now against obviously with City in about a week or two. That's we're not going to get away with playing that against a team like them. But the form City are in there, stop. Sure, recent enough. Even if they're in Brighton now, I don't know what the scoring is. maybe because they've already won the league, they'll go easy enough. But yeah, it's hard to say. To be honest with you, it's hard to say. I mean, they could win the treble. To be honest, I mean, they might. I hate to say it, they might win the treble, but hopefully not. But I mean, they've won the Premier League already. I mean, us in the final. With the team we have now, like, it's not impossible, but at the same time, I mean, I think any team, like, I mean, Real Madrid had a good team, they lost 4-0. Like, just because you're a good team doesn't mean you're going to stop City. I mean, stopping City is that's a task and a half. I mean, and, like, not many teams can do that. Like, I mean, they haven't lost games since February. That's over 3 months ago. But no, they've turned on a good bit. I mean, they've got decent players in really good form. Obviously, they've Haaland, they've Erling Haaland. Like, I mean, there's no real, so much of a chance when you've Erling Haaland in your team, or when your opinion is Erling Haaland, sorry. And they've got just good players all around. I mean, stopping them is going to be a big challenge. I mean, you obviously got to keep your hope up and hope that you do something. I mean, we're not. We have a chance, obviously, but at the same time, sure, it ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. But just going to see what happens. And Inter Milan, I don't think Inter Milan are going to do much, to be honest, against City. I mean, we all hope, so we're going to support them and hopefully do something, but realistically, I wouldn't hope so too high. I mean, they're a decent team. I mean, to get to the final, done really well. I mean, obviously, they knocked out, obviously, like Benfica, AC Milan, and I can't remember who they had in the round 16. Can't remember, to be honest with you. But, yeah, like, decent team, but, like, they're not going to be stopping Man City, like. A few, like, I know they have obviously again Dzeko, Onana, Mkhitaryan, Brozovic, Dumfries. They've got some okay players, but Skriniar, De Vrij, I think. They've got some decent players, but just because you're decent players, I mean, sure, we have decent players as well. Are we going to beat Man City? Don't know. Like, the only hope I can really have to say is because Man City will really, I mean, they've won the FA Cup before. I mean, they haven't won Champions League before and they really want to, and unfortunately, probably will. I'll be honest, I think so. The only hope is maybe if they go a bit easy in the FA Cup. I don't think they will, but just in case there's that slight urge of them going a bit more easy on us in the final than Champions League final, then maybe. But I don't know, to be honest. Not that they're going to go for the treble. I mean, sure, we went for the treble. We focused on 3 trophies and we got them. I mean, sure, obviously, Premier League, obviously, we beat Spurs in the last day to clinch it, and then we beat Newcastle to win it in the final, in the FA Cup final, and then obviously Bayern Munich Champions League, Sheringham and Solskjaer. What more can I say? I mean, it was an amazing season. I mean, but it's not gonna be too easy at all to defeat them. Sure, like it's gonna be a nightmare in fairness. But yeah, I mean, I'll just talk. I mean, I don't know when he's come back. To be honest, I haven't a clue what's really going on with that. So I'll just continue on talking until he comes back. But Chelsea, won't be easy. Be tough. I mean, actually, to be honest, I don't know. They probably won't be that bad with it. I mean, sure, they're 11th and they're like 11th or 12th. They signed a £100 million player who hasn't scored 1 goal yet. And obviously, Mudryk, he got called out for filming some guy. I think, to be honest, that's embarrassing. Like, disgraceful. Like, I mean, filming people in the gym. Like, sure, I mean, you're at the gym to try to work. I was in the gym today. Like, you don't want to be filmed. Like, you're there to work and improve yourself, and like, you should just support people for trying to improve themselves. And if you got people filming you, especially £100 million footballers who aren't even that good, like Mudryk, that's embarrassing. He's he could be ashamed of himself doing that. I know we all love having a bit of a laugh or taking a piss or whatever, but at the same time, that like that's not very professional. Like, that's just embarrassing. Like, I'd be disappointed if I saw a 15-year-old do that, let alone a professional footballer. Like, that's just embarrassing. Like, you can't be doing that. Like, sure, I mean, you gotta let people do what they want. I know it was a bit embarrassing. I think his arse was hanging out or something like that. I don't know what was going on, but at the same time, you don't film people. Like, that's just not on. Like, it's not good. You can't be. I don't think you should be doing that at all. To be honest, I think it's embarrassing. I was actually on the main topic of the match, but at the same time, that's just thought mentioned. Don't think much at all of Mudryk after that. Now it's disgraceful. But Chelsea, I mean, they're in shocking form. I know they beat Bournemouth there, then they drew to Nottingham Forest. I mean, yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. I mean, all season. I mean, sure, Lampard lost 6 games in a row with them. His first 6 games. I mean, Lampard's just like brilliant player. no, but brilliant midfielder. Obviously, won nearly everything, but at the same time, just sure, not a good manager. He did okay with Chelsea at the start. Obviously, he didn't have a transfer. He had a transfer ban. He couldn't sign anyone. He got them top four. Obviously, developed like Mount and Reece James and like just a few players like Tomori. I know Tomori's gone now, but he still developed. I'm sure Tomori's smashing it at AC Milan. So Tomori's doing a pretty good job in fairness. He's developed a good few players. Lamp, he gave Lamp a game or two. I think Broja as well. Decent enough players. He gave him a chance, which he got it right down. I mean, lots of chances just didn't even look twice. The youth just never played them. Lampard was different. You got him credit for that though. He's helped a few of them so much. Signs were the best. I mean, he signed the likes when he was good transfer window. He signed Ziyech. He has not worked out. Havertz, shocking. Werner didn't work. Not good enough. Thiago Silva was good, but she's just too old in fairness. But yeah, and he also Mendy. I mean, he was okay. He did okay for the Champions League win and all that in fairness, but then, I mean, he doesn't even play. I mean, he played his first game there again against Nottingham Forest, and he balls up after like 15 minutes. I mean, he hasn't played a game before since like before the World Cup. Like, I mean, he's completely off it. I mean, Kepa's okay. I mean, Kepa wasn't having too bad of a season, but at the same time, he was like much better from. I mean, Mendy was a big test of sign. He's like much better than from a player like him. To be fair, like it's not. Hopefully back on soon, but yeah, it's what was that about Chelsea and the keepers? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the signs. I mean, Todd Bowley is spending money, but like when you sign a bunch of random players and put them into one team together, they're not going to bond. Like you need to. You can't bring in too much at once and play them all the same. I mean, like Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, Fofana, Koulibaly. Who else did they sign last summer or even January? Madueke, Mudryk, Fofana, David the striker. They've been a lot. Like if we too many signs and like they're not bad players. Well, they're not all bad players, but if you put a bunch of random players, some of them who've never played England before, into a new team, they're going to be a bit random. I mean, Cucurella's been shocking. Mudryk's been shocking. Madueke's some of them have been okay. Like some of them are decent players, but like it's hard to shine in a team that bad firms. Like I mean, if they were playing for a different team that was on more steady form, it'd be a different story. To be honest, I mean, like Madueke's okay. Fernandez is okay as well. Enzo Fernandez, big money, but he's not a bad player. Like, but just again, it's just impossible to shine in a team like that. Like you just don't know what you're going to get. But and who else? I mean, Wesley Fofana. I think he's been okay, but Koulibaly's not been too good. Who am I forgetting? I must be forgetting someone. Whatever. The guy that's playing for Aston Villa. He's barely even played. That's barely even got a minute under his belt. So that's annoying enough, to be fair with you. That's pretty annoying. And then who else have they signed? Sterling. How can I forget Sterling? I mean, Sterling. I know he scored a couple of goals there now against Nottingham Forest, but at the same time, it's he was big money. He's only got like 60 goals. No, that's poor. That's poor. I know Anthony's was nearly 80 million, and he's only got 4 goals in the league. In fairness, I'm always deny that. Like, I'm not saying Anthony's been a flop. I think Anthony's overall has been a good player, minus the goals and maybe assists and all that, maybe minus the GA. But if you give Anthony a bit of time, because Anthony's only 23, I think, and Anthony's over. Sterling's getting a bit old now. Sure, I know he's had a good career. He's had a very good career. I mean, you're not going to deny that. Sure, he did really well at Liverpool. Won many trophies at Man City. Scored lots of goals. Very underrated player overall, but yeah, it just hasn't worked out for him. I know he scored, but yeah, that's about it really. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Tom, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Like, man, my internet's just at that going for a fucking swim again.
Oh, no, fine, Dorian. I was just chatting away there for about 10 minutes.
And all the shit I have on my phone, I have to. Oh, nothing's going well. Nothing's going well for me at all. Hold on. think good L Ryan is in the L in GL back room there. But fair play to you, Tom. I tried to watch some of it, but like I appreciate you keeping an account. Some people be like,
I got no about that.
what do I say now?
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. That's what you gotta do.
Hold on a sec now. Let's add Big Man into the L station. There he
Yeah,
is. Ryan, what's the story?
Right?
Just your usual Wednesday, I suppose.
Yeah. Don't worry, my internet's been shut as usual. But yeah, I mean, Ryan, obviously, like, did you get a chance to watch any of the match on Saturday, or even highlights or whatever?
No, because I have a thing called work, and I just seem to work all the time, so I only get to watch highlights these days.
Right. Well, Bournemouth, like, obviously, if you seen the result, obviously, like, what did you think of the result, anyways?
I seen the result. I saw Casemiro's goal. To be honest, we could have been better, but look, it's a win at the end of the day, so I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it. But again, like, you have a big game tomorrow. Like this, I mean, a point, top four is ours. We win, top four is pretty much ours. We lose, still in our hands, but, we're leaving it late. Well, not leaving late because, we'd still be 2 points ahead of Liverpool or something like that. Whatever. But I mean, obviously, you look at Chelsea this season, and they're not really the best, are they? Like, I mean, they're 12th in the league, so like they're not, up there. I mean, Tottenham came here, who are another shitty team, and we beat them 2-0. Yeah, but it's Old Trafford as well. Like, I mean, look at last time we lost there in the Premier League. It was at the start of the season against Brighton.
Yeah.
Which is decent. Like, and again, obviously, you can say we lost twice if you count the Europa League game against Sociedad, which, when you think back, we shouldn't have lost because they shouldn't have had a penalty. But anyways, enough of that. But then every time we play these, like, it always ends in a draw. 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, whatever it is. Like, we played them here last season at Old Trafford and 1-1. I think Ronaldo got the goal for them. I'm not sure who got the goal for. Oh, Ronaldo got the goal for us. I'm not sure who got the goal for Chelsea. I think it was Alonso.
Yeah, it was Alonso, yeah.
Yeah, because remember, us three, actually, funny enough, around that watch along.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when the first time Tom had his, like, hyena laugh or something.
Oh, was it? No, we were talking about, like, tourist pissing myself laughing.
Oh, God, you just can't beat them. But, yeah, I mean, again, Liverpool drawing with the Villa lads. I was hoping there was going to be a Liverpool loss, because I think if they lost, Champions League football would have been ours totally, even regardless of tomorrow's result or Sunday's. But yeah, I mean, like, Ryan, like, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Chelsea, should be handy? I mean, it's Manchester United at the end of the day. We have to remember here that they don't make things easy for themselves.
Look, in my eyes, I look at tomorrow's game and I'm like, Chelsea aren't a threat. It's going to be, I wouldn't say a comfortable win because you know us, we like making hard work of easy tasks, but
yeah,
it's doable. We should win. If we don't, I don't know, I'll cry in a hole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We should, like, we have to get the job done against these lads. You know what I mean? Like, we have to. Whether we do, I don't know. But, like, I mean, Tom, like, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd say we'll be okay. I mean, Old Trafford, Chelsea, fairly hit and miss team. Like, they're not. Give me a sec, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, setting the cat out there. Anyway, but yeah, no, man. But not Chelsea. They're not the best team. I think attacking they're shocking. I mean, defensively will be okay because defensively we're solid, and attacking they're shocking, so we'll be okay with that. But just get a goal or two. Just get a goal or two. Relax most of the game. I mean, we did it against Bournemouth, did it against Wolves. Only a goal or two. Defensively solid. I don't think we'll have too much issues defensively at all. Like, because defensively, I mean, Varane, Lindelof, decent pairing. Obviously, no Martinez, but still decent pairing. Sean, Wan-Bissaka in good form. We'll be fine. I mean, just don't concede any stupid goals. just get a goal or two, which we probably will. I mean, Chelsea, their defense isn't that good. I will just do it. We'll be fine, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like you could look at them and say, you have a few decent players, but like they're just no one seems to be clicking. Frank Lampard, he doesn't seem to get anything right.
Yeah, like it's an impossible job. Like I mean, like I'd be surprised at any manager getting that team right because it's a bunch of individuals. But it's like you sign a bunch of random players that have never played for a big team anymore and just put them into one team altogether. It's going to be a mess, and there's no proper striker.
Yeah.
It's all a bit messy. It's just so poor. Like I mean, it's hard to watch. Honestly, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, listen, like. I mean, look at the signings you got. Let's just look at Chelsea just for a moment, right? Like, just totally the ownership. Todd, I haven't got a fucking clue. Bowley, like, I mean, I don't know. Like sacking Tuchel, then bringing in Graham Potter. They must have thought it was Harry Potter, but didn't bring his magic wand. Must have left it at Brighton because they're still doing bits. They're playing Man City here and they scored, but McTominay really smashed the ball off his face, but it's just allowed. Anyways, like, and then you have brought in Frank Lampard. Like, it makes no sense. Like, that'd be like us sacking Ten Hag, bringing in, I don't know, bring back in Dave.
Silva.
Yeah, or let's bring back David Moyes, sack him, right? Bring Ollie back. Let's get Mike Phelan and all back. Get them back in. Like, it just make nobody like you're just going backwards. Like, don't get wrong. Like, Manchester United aren't we're not innocent in this manager sacking either. But like, and our owners are shy. Let's be honest here, fat arseholes. But that's enough for them. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, right? Like, what's Chelsea this season? Like, they're just like what's going wrong? Like, is it just the management? Is it Todd Bowley? Is it the science? Is it, high profile players, big egos? Like, what you reckon?
I think it's like what happened at Man United a couple of months back. There's too many personalities in the dressing room, and they're all clashing with one another, not working well with one another, and that's leading to the bad form, the shit results.
Yeah.
And in a way, like you have an American owner that is signing players on 8-year deals and 9-year deals as if it's like, I don't know, basketball or the NFL. Like, he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. And look, we could sit here and argue all day, but I honestly think sacking Tuchel was the wrong idea and the wrong decision. But we're not here to talk about that.
The thing is that's weird because that's not weird, but like that's mad because there's a lot of debates about that. Some are like, yeah, should have sacking Tuchel, right decision. We were playing the football. We just weren't clicking into form. And now some are like what you said, sacking Tuchel shouldn't have done it. I mean, you look at Tuchel obviously with Bayern at the moment, not doing great there either. But like, I mean, obviously they probably seemed like if you look at the Chelsea team, like when we played them last season or whatever at Old Trafford, Tuchel, decent coach, they don't look like a bit of a threat now with Frank Lampard. Like, I mean, what do you reckon, Tom? Like, would you agree with Tom saying, Chelsea sacking Tuchel was a bit of a bad decision?
Sacking him that early was a bad decision. I think, to be honest, he was going to be going like somewhat time the season, but sacking him after like a few games, that wasn't the best move. I'd say maybe keeping him until maybe around the World Cup and see if he was still playing bad, because I think he was going to get sacked anyway. I think he was sacked a bit too early and taking a big risk by like hiring Graham Potter. Like, I mean, because Chelsea usually hired proven winners like Conte, Mourinho.
Yeah.
Sarri wasn't too bad, I guess. Tuchel in the first place. Ancelotti. They've hired a bunch of winners. Then Graham Potter has won more than a raffle. I have won the same about Graham Potter. All of us have.
Literally.
And I think also you got to take into account that he finished 9th with Brighton. Like, even David Moyes, when he got appointed by us, he didn't win anything, but he finished. I think he finished fourth with them back in Everton 2005. It was just a bit. It was too risky. It was like risky. Like you can't expect someone who finished mid-table with Brighton last season and a few decent players and an okay system that worked against shite teams to do well for Chelsea and get them top four and back to winning titles. I mean, I can see why you can try and hype the potential, but it was a step too far, too difficult a situation. Just capitulate. It just did not work.
Yeah, no, I actually agree. I mean, but then look at Brighton now. Like, I mean, you could probably say they're doing better under the coach.
Oh, they are, yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
they're fair. They've improved so much. I mean, like, probably are decent, but like they're doing even better. This is his first season. Graham Potter's first season, they finished 15th. Like, there's a big difference.
And the problem is, I think you said it, Tom. Was either yourself or Ryan or whoever else was on the show with me before. You know, Brighton could lose McAllister and Casado, bring in two players you've barely heard of and be absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah. I mean, I keep on saying it, but the scouts there are unreal. Give them a knighthood. The two scouts, scouts whoever they are, give them knighthood. They are absolute miracle workers.
I wish United could have scouts like that. Do we even have scouts? Do you even have scouts? Go on Indeed there and see if there's any jobs going. But listen, yeah, I mean, listen, like we have obviously Chelsea tomorrow. I was going to ask you about, the transfer news. We'll get that probably near the end. I mean, what do you reckon? Like, is it time? Do we go in for the kill here? I mean, I'm sure Ten Hag. That's the message that Ten Hag be given to the team. Go in for the kill, because I think the last thing Ten Hag wants is going into the final game knowing that I have to win this. You know what I mean? I'm sure he'll want to win the next two, but do you reckon he'll just want to go in for the kill right here, right now, Ron?
Look, it's like anything, I suppose. We can kind of relate to how a manager kind of thinks, because look, you want to get the job done, get the worry off your back. Champions League football now next season, last game, couldn't care what happens. So I think, look, Ten Hag's the kind of guy that wants to win every game, and he's kind of done that every now and again. But I think he won't go all out, but he'll do enough just to get the win.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take a point, obviously, because that'll secure us. But third place should be nice, just because I really hate Arsenal, and now I think of it, I'm kind of glad he didn't win the title. But then I think of it again, and then City could win the treble. But anyway, it's just to shut them up. I mean, Tom, like, same question for you. Does Ten Hag go in for the kill, go in for the 3 points? Like, I mean, I'm sure that's what he's going to be aiming for. He's hardly going to be sitting there tomorrow and saying, "Oh yeah, let's just play for the draw." Like, do you reckon, go in, stand on the neck of Chelsea and just, that's it, break them up totally?
I mean, I think that's what Ryan put it best. Like, I mean, he won't go for the definite kill, but just get the job done. Just get the job done. I mean, it'd be nice to get the job done against Chelsea. So maybe against Fulham, he can play a few rotation players. Maybe throw Palestri in there and get like a few minutes with the job done already. I mean, obviously, best get third place and fourth, but as long as you get top 4 confirmed, that's really all we wanted. I mean, that's the main job. Like, I mean, just get the job done against Chelsea. I mean, obviously, I don't think you have to try too hard. I mean, obviously, you have to try somewhat hard, but it's not going to be a really tough game. I mean, I'd say we look more likely to win than they would, so I don't think we have to be too worried. I mean, just get the job done, try to get the win, just get at least the point we need to get top 4. Fulham, throw a few B team players in there, give a few of them a few minutes, give them a bit of a runabout, rest up properly for the cup final, for the F Cup final. That'd be the most ideal situation, I'd say, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, City are doing it. But then City have enough players there to rotate if they need to. I mean, another question I want to ask, because Old Trafford's kind of like a fortress this season, hasn't it? I'm sure you've already answered the question, without even saying yes or no. Are Chelsea strong enough to beat us at Old Trafford? Like, I mean, we just seem to be. There's something special about Manchester United at Old Trafford this season. Like last season, like we couldn't win anything. Like even if you paid the referee, like we just couldn't. But like, are they strong enough this season to beat us there? I mean, listen, no Manchester United, they'd give Chelsea the 3 points, but like, I mean, Tom, I'll come to you first. Back to you. Like, are they strong enough to beat us at Old Trafford?
No, I'd be very surprised. I don't think they will be at all. I mean, they play City's B team. They're not the first team, they're B team.
Yeah.
And they just been full swing, they still lost.
Yeah,
if you can't even beat the B team and get demolished with the B team, that is embarrassing.
And it's funny because I think City's like had like, was it 1 or 2 goals that were disallowed or something? So it could have been more than 1-0 to City.
Oh no, I saw the second half. Oh, they were getting toyed about. They were men v boys, like, shocking. Yeah. I mean, like, you wouldn't want to show your face after doing that. To be honest, I mean, if they're struggling against a B team, I'd say our A team, which most likely will be tomorrow, shouldn't be too much issue at all.
Yeah, I mean, and City were just so calm in that game. Like, I know title was theirs, but like, you know, they still went in for the kill. Like, I mean, City are playing a stronger team against Brighton. Like, that sounds something. But
and it's a draw in that game now.
Yeah, good call, wasn't it, from Mankiso?
Mm.
Yeah. But I mean, Ron, like, same question for you. Like, I'm sure it's probably going to be the same answer as good old Tom there. But are Chelsea strong enough to beat us at Old Trafford?
I'm going to give you a demonstration, right? Right. So here's Man United at Old Trafford, right? Right, and this is Chelsea coming to Old Trafford, right? You know, level playing field. But Chelsea's chances of winning at Old Trafford are, just down there, down there.
I really hope
it's not happening.
Come back to haunt us.
It's not happening. Like.
Yeah, I really hope this doesn't go back to haunt us. I bet.
It's not.
No, it won't.
No, I'll be surprised if it does. But yeah, honestly, they probably have. Now, in fairness, now if Maguire starts, they have a chance. I'm going to throw it out there.
Sure, he's just going to score for him anyway. What do you mean?
If Maguire starts, they have every chance, 100% chance. Don't bear boom, but
I honestly think we'll be fine even with Maguire. I honestly think trust that, but I think even with Maguire will be fine. Generally.
I mean, Havertz, like, I thought he was more of a cam than a centre forward.
Havertz he is such a bad footballer. Havertz is going to be the worst footballer I've ever seen. Like, that guy's 70 million. 70 million.
Yeah.
Oh, he is gash. Oh, he is so bad. He is gotta be the worst players I've ever seen play in the Premier League. Oh, he is so bad.
Like, you look at Chelsea's team, like, you could say it looks strong on paper. Enzo Fernandez, yeah, actually, maybe it doesn't now, I think. But, like, they still, like, you look at their team and say, like, that's a decent team. Like, if you had a proper manager, you'd be up there.
Yeah. No, if they had a proper, like, if it worked different ways, it'd be okay. Like, they've got some big name players that were a lot of money. But just because you're a big name that was worth a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to perform every week. I mean, Fernandez, he's been okay, but he's not been great. Mudryk, I hate that guy. I absolutely hate that guy. Especially after what he did this week. I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, I heard you mention it, but I've never heard it. What was the story? Like, I actually, like, what you were saying, I never heard about it.
He was filming a guy. No, he was at a gym. He was filming. There was this guy doing gym work. And I think, unfortunately, his pants were a tiny bit too small for him, and you could see a bit of bit of his crack. And he decided to film it and put it on his Instagram story. I mean, I understand we all have a bit of a laugh, but at the same time, posting that to millions of some guy just trying to work in the gym, trying to work on himself, doing it, I think that's absolutely appalling. My respect for Mudryk is going right down to the bottom. No respect for him at all. I know at the same time, like, it's not embarrassing, but you don't do that. Like, you don't do that if you're a 15-year-old. You don't do that if you're a professional footballer like him. That is absolutely embarrassing. I have no sympathy for him. Absolutely embarrassing.
Follow was the fella an adult, but it's still weird regardless if the fucker was in his 80s.
Yeah, but you don't do that. I mean, like, the poor lad wants to work in his gym to improve himself. Let him do that and don't be filming him. I know it's a bit of he was being a bit of a fool with his cracks or whatever, but it's saying, like, you don't film, especially if you're a £100 million footballer with over 1 million followers on Instagram. I'm absolutely appalled. No respect for him. No respect for him at all.
Yeah, that's just a bit weird. I mean, geez, like,
it's completely unfair. I'd find week's wages. I'd find week's wages. That's embarrassing. I'd find week's wages at least.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I was watching the Brighton City game. Brighton should be literally 3-1 up. But anyways, that's enough. Yeah, I mean, Modric a bit of a weirdo. I mean, really, Garnacho's having a better season than that clown.
Oh, Grenache was better than him. Grenache was a
I
country
actually
better.
say Arsenal are delighted they didn't get him. Like I Trossard's better.
Oh, John Trust is much better. I mean, Trust was 20 million. Trust is actually having a good season. Modric was 100 million. He's not even scored a goal yet. I mean, the fact he's filmed more middle-aged men at the gym than scored goals in the Premier League, that's embarrassing. He's just dreadful.
But yeah, listen, I'm going to go through a few Ten Hag press quotes here. Then I'm going to go through their form and then, predictions and all that. And anyway, so let's go through it anyway. So Eric Ten Hag on Champions League football. He says we want to win every game. That is what we do all season. So tomorrow we want to do the same. We want to win the game, play dominant football, and get the job done. Then he spoke about Manchester United are ahead of schedule. He says, first we have to win the game tomorrow, can't really see, and get the job done. Then it's about judgment from others if it's a good, bad, or not. If it's a good, bad, or normal performance. Then he spoke about Martial. I'm not sure what the question was asked, but he says, no, if you're not available, you can't score. When he was available, we played better. The team was winning games. He's also scoring goals, but he has to be available. I mean, I looked at Martial on Saturday. The Saturday we're playing Saturday. I mean, the more I watch him play, the more I'm like, yeah, get rid of him. I'm not being bad and all, but some would say he could be a decent backup, but like probably could, but he probably a third choice striker. I mean, like what? I mean, Tom, like Martial, like. Well, I think I put a poll up on Instagram, on the United Way Instagram, and loads of people were like, "Yeah, sell him, get him gone." Yeah, I think you're actually one of those people as well, to be fair. But like, what you reckon? Like, do you still stand by your decision, or answer about Martial getting rid of him, or I don't know, would you give him another season if we bring in just say a striker, whether it's a big Osimhen or a Kane?
I think it's time you best leave, but like I think you're best get a mate and like get a striker first, get a proper striker first, and wait till you know for a fact you have someone like that can replace him and play week in instead of him. But when you go that sort, then you can get rid of him. I mean, like he will be the worst backup, but at the same time, all that wages, the constant injuries, he's a 50 million. We signed him for 50 million. I mean, that's like warming the bench for 50 million. I mean, I know like footballers go for crazy money, but like, nah, it's time to go. Like he's been here long enough. 9 Premier League goals in 3 seasons. That was absolutely disgraceful. I would never show my face again if I performed that bad. But no, I think it's best. He has to go. He just has to go. Like thanks to the memories. Like you've given us some good memories, but time to go.
Yeah, no, I actually do agree with you, Tom. I mean, Ryan, like, we'll come to you. Like, what would you do with Martial? Would you keep him? I can't think of what you answered actually on the poll on the United Way account. But like, what are you doing with Martial? Actually, would you keep him? Get rid of him? What are we saying?
To be honest, look, he's had his time in English football. That hasn't worked out for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either definitely sell him, but I don't know. Go back to France where you were somewhat decent, and I don't know. Try find your form again, but I don't think he's going to play in the Premier League again because he's just not cut out for it.
No, it's weird. Like, you look at like the pre-season, he had a great pre-season. I thought this fella's gonna have a brilliant season. And then injuries kicked in again, and then that's it. That ruined them. Like,
Same with Sancho. I mean, Sancho and Martial had very good pre-seasons. I mean, they came to the prep just knock it out for him. I mean, the two of them, I respect them a lot. They've had their moments, but I think it's better the two of them leave sooner than later. Definitely Martial, and yeah, I think to be honest, I know it's not on topic, but I think Sancho, I think it's best he leaves as well.
Yeah, definitely. But listen, obviously we'll move into the rest, and then we'll talk about Manchester United and players who we keep and get rid. Ten Hag says we're in a project. We want to get back. We want to go back and win trophies. We win one trophy, but we want more trophies. Compete with the best. He says we're still in a journey, but we think we're in the right direction. But it can always be better because good is not good enough. Then he spoke about Neymar, the fella who we were linked to. Someone asked him links are false. He says, when we have news, we will tell you. Now, I don't know, like do you look into that? Like, just going to throw it out there. I don't want Neymar at the club. No,
I
no.
don't think anyone does.
We have enough clowns at the club. We don't want any more. Thanks very much. Go to another circus. Chelsea will take it in. They'll take it in. Happy days or the total. One of those teams, like when you look into that, when we have news, we'll tell you. As like, hold on a sec, we could be getting an Neymar here, or do you just look at and say, yeah, we're not getting him?
I wouldn't go near him. I don't like. I know he's a talented player, but like all the faking injuries, diving, I know he will just be a load of trouble. Keep him far away from the club as possible. Do not go near him. Like he's not going to fit. He's not going to help you. He'll bring you down. He'll bring you down. Don't go near him. We've a left wing on Rashford anyway, who's doing really good form. Keep Rashford. Don't go near Neymar.
I'm Garnacho. But we have. I think we're sound. I think we're sound there.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, isn't it like? Doesn't he have his sister? And like every time around her birthday, he just always somehow
he gets injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. You know, you're all right. Thanks. I mean, Ryan, like, just a quick one. Neymar. I mean, do you want any more? Do you want any more clowns at the club?
No, I have enough with Maguire. That's enough.
Maguire and the Glazers, and Ratcliffe if he comes in. But yeah, then he spoke about Marcus Rashford's availability. He says it looks like yesterday he returned to training. He looks quite fit, but we have to see today what is the outcome of the training. How did we recover, and then we'll make our choices. Then he spoke about on the Champions League. He says you want to compete with the best, then you have to be in the Champions League. I think he says Then he spoke about on the top four. He says in the Premier League you have to be one of the first four. That's not easy. Many are competing for it. Many think they should be in, and we are one of them. I mean, I'm just delighted that it's actually in our hands and not in Liverpool's hands or whatever. But yeah, I mean, obviously Rashford, he's more than likely going to be back. A nice option as well, especially with the FA Cup final coming up, because if Rashford was just say if Ten Hag said today Rashford's out for the final, you'd be like, yeah, listen, I'm not even going to bother watching that game because we're going to get absolutely slapped. Because Rashford's available, we're sound, right? And Varane as well. What do you reckon? Like, do you reckon Rashford just being in that attacking option, even being an option, is just solid, Ryan? Like, we score. Listen, we show we can score goals without him, but we can only score one or two. It's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's gonna be a big impact in the final, of course, but you have to look at it. You have to look at the final, and you look at it, and you think, right, this game is do or die for Man United,
Yes.
So they're going to have to win it, but look, at the end of the day, all they can do is their best, but just hope they win it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Tom, like Rashford being back, what do you think of that? Fills me with.
He helps us so much. I mean, there's a big difference between him and Sancho or him and Martial. Like, I mean, he's like the pace, the skill, the finishing ability. He'll still miss a few chances, but he's more clinical than Sancho and Martial. So, not having him is a huge boost. I mean, this season he's been our best attacking player by a country mile, and having him, you feel a bit calmer. You're a bit more hopeful that he can do something to change the game. So not having him back is a big help.
Yeah. No, that's it. Listen, we're gonna throw up the Chelsea form. Can I find the Chelsea form? Of course I can. So if anyone could see it, is it up on the phone? It is up on the phone. Happy days. So obviously, Chelsea have played. This is obviously our last 5 games in the Premier League. So Brentford beat them 2-0. Arsenal beat them 3-1. They beat Bournemouth 3-1. Drew 2-2 against Nottingham Forest and lost against Man City. So if I'm correct in saying so, they have 1, 2, 3 defeats, 1 draw, and 1 win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, looking at that, what do you think? Are they tough fixtures, or is it just?
I mean, Man City and Arsenal are tough enough, but only getting 1 win from 5 out of them. That is absolutely embarrassing. I mean, Brentford are okay, but you should be beating them. Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest, I prefer not to speak, but that is 1 win in 5. That is no good. No good at all.
No, it definitely isn't. I mean, yeah, you can look at like Bournemouth the way you expect them to beat them. Brentford, it's a bit of a weird one. Brentford are a bit hot and cold this season. Obviously they're safe. I mean, Tom, look, I just want to come back to this Brentford. I remember you saying, now again, you probably, you don't.
No, I remember. No, I was wrong on that one. I was wrong on that one. No, I got that one a bit wrong in fairness. But I was right by saying Lingard had the football ability of a Q-tip. I was right about that in fairness. Just Lingard has not scored 1 Premier League goal this season. I was right about that. So I wasn't all wrong. I didn't make a right fool of myself. I didn't make a complete fool of myself.
How many goals has he scored this season? 2?
2, and they were in Carabao Cup. They were in the Prem.
Hopefully he just has
Watch now, he scores like 5 goals at the end of the season.
Oh, if he does, I will be raging. You will see steam coming on my ears at that.
Oh, if he does.
There is no way he's going to score 5 goals. And Jesse Lingard scoring 5 goals in one game. Smart as I've scored 5 goals in one game. I don't even live in England.
Look, he's sweating. Look, he's like, Brian, don't say that.
Oh no, I know he won't. Like he probably won't even play.
He won't.
Like the guy never even plays. He's always on the bench. He barely even comes on.
Hold on. I'll just DM Steve Cooper there to tell him just play him up front, right?
Who are they playing next? Just give the opposition a text. Do the favour. Let Lingard score 5.
They're playing Crystal Palace, I think.
Oh, imagine Roy Hudson all out attack, Lingard down the middle, 5 penalties. Boom.
Oh my god.
Right, now let's go. Obviously, actually, Ryan, to Chelsea form. If you've seen it, like, what do you think about 1 win out of the last 5, and that win was against Bournemouth?
Look, lads, there's not much competition for tomorrow now, is there? Like, looking at that run of form. But look, at the end of the day,
Well, wait until
it's
you look at
football. It's football. Anything can happen.
Yeah, if Chelsea beat us tomorrow, like, we don't deserve to play in the Conference League, never mind Champions League. But listen, here's our form, anyways. I wouldn't say it's all rosy in the garden, or I wouldn't, but you just look at it. 3 wins, 2 defeats. Obviously, we beat Aston Villa 1-0, lost against Brighton 1-0, lost against West Ham 1-0, beat Wolves 2-0, beat Bournemouth 1-0. So if you look at it there, we don't score many goals, which has been a bit of an issue for us this season. 3 wins. What's now? Yeah, 3 wins, 2 defeats. Obviously, Tom, like, what do you think of that one, Tom? Like, it's not. You could say they're not as tough games as Chelsea, but we should be winning those games, anyways. That we have there. But like, what do you think? 3 wins out of our last 5.
It's okay. I mean, it's better than Chelsea. Like, solid wins against Villa, Wolves, and Bournemouth. Like, I mean, the 2 defeats, bit disappointed, but every team's gonna have a few dodgy games here and there, But like, it's okay. Like, not scoring much. Defensively, okay. Like, defensively, that's okay. I think not the best attacking. Only 4 goals in 5 games. Not the best, but like, overall, it's okay. I mean, it should be okay from now to the end of the season. Hopefully, we've only got 3 games left.
Yeah.
You want to fix it next season, but from now to the end of the season, I think it'll be okay. So it's fine.
Definitely. Ryan, Manchester United's last 5. What do you think?
Look, it's not too bad, but you look at it, and there's a famous saying in football: a 1-goal lead is a very dangerous lead because anything can happen. But look, they got to win at the end of the day. It's all that matters, and I can see it happen for the last 2 games as well before. Like, we should beat Chelsea. If we don't beat Fulham, Jesus, I don't know. Well, I have a good mind to jump off a bridge, but
depends what team you put out. If we can win tomorrow.
Look, we should win, but at the end of the day, it's football. Anything can happen.
Yeah, Frank Lampard masterclass. Please no.
No, that's not on the cards. Sorry.
Then here's the L table here. Are City 7 points ahead of Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking hell. See, I heard that. There's no and how. Anyways, City top with 88 points. Arsenal second with 81. Newcastle third with 70. Manchester United fourth with 69. Liverpool fifth with 60. 66. I think I'm right. Regardless, anyways, Brighton sixth with 61. Spurs seventh with 57. So Spurs can't even play in Europa League next season now, regardless of.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Anyways, but listen, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get predictions, and then I'm gonna run through two little questions at the end, right? So, Tom, if we can start with you, yeah, pal. Score predictions and goal scores for tomorrow's game.
I'm thinking it's going to be 1-0 Man United, and I think it's going to be Casemiro again scoring.
He scored against them last time out, do you remember that?
He did, yeah.
Late equaliser. Tell you now, lads, I went mental, that's all I did. Ryan, same with you.
1-0.
Ooh.
El Capitan.
Bruno. Yeah, no, see, I went a bit bold, well, not bold, because I predicted us to win. That's not really bold. At Old Trafford. I went 2-0. And I went Bruno to score. And I just have a feeling Rashford is probably going to bag them. But we'll probably end up getting like a penalty or something like that, you know. Thiago Silva will probably end up crying and whoever the referee's face is. But listen, I was meant to ask Tom this the other day, but we had internet issues, so I couldn't do it. So we'll start with you, Ryan. Give us your Manchester United Player of the Year. Get thinking.
I don't have to think.
Get
I don't have to think.
Yeah, well.
I'm giving it to Casemiro.
Yeah, good show. I mean,
And I'll tell you why. If we didn't have Casemiro, let's just say we wouldn't be where we are in the league table now.
Yeah. You could see that, especially when he got suspended, he was such a big. You could just tell that gap in the midfield when he's not there. It's not good enough. But Tom, same question for you. Player of the Year for Manchester United.
I'm going to have to agree with Ryan now when I go Casemiro as well. I mean, the impact he's made has been extraordinary. You know, some crucial goals made the defence so much more solid. I mean, when McTominay and Fred, we were just leaking and going to the front centre. It was an absolute disaster. We bring Casemiro in. He has solid it so much. I mean, the amount of improvement. I mean, remember the Manchester Derby got 6-3. We played us McTominay.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
You put Casemiro in, solid enough. We have not excluding the Liverpool game and the Aston Villa game, we've not conceded more than 2 goals in any game, excluding the Aston Villa game and Liverpool game.
Do you reckon if Martinez, like, just going to throw it in there, like, he's not, I haven't picked him as your Player of the Year, Martinez, but if he stayed fit, would him and Casemiro have been a tight decision?
Yeah,
close enough, but I think Casemiro's been that bit better. Like, Martinez has been good. He's done a fantastic season. I mean, he's definitely top 5. And give it a year or two, he might get first. I wouldn't quite put him first, but he has had a good season. You know, he's been so impactful for us. Like, I mean, the left footedness, the aggressiveness. You know, his ability on the ball, his passing ability, his like proper defender.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And you got to put Varane in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, there's options. Like, you can have Rashford, you can have Casemiro, you can have Bruno if you want to throw him in there. You know, some people are saying Luke Shaw, Varane, Martinez, Harry Maguire, Phil Jones, Martial. Well, I was messing near the end. Yeah, I mean, Casemiro, he's just been brilliant, Annie. I thought of some odd reason I don't think Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher like him because he wasn't in that player of the year. But Rodri and Casemiro, big deal.
No, do you know what I loved the other night, right? I loved, and I mean loved every bit of it, was Jamie Carragher publicly apologising to all Man United fans and Martinez about Martinez.
I reckon Martinez had a bigger smile on his face on Monday night than he did when he won the World Cup.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. I mean, like, but I'd say Martinez will be a better defender than Carragher when he's ended his career.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No, that's not hard to do, but
no, it's not.
Exactly.
He just has to win a Premier League title for that. All right, if you want, Carragher, he scored more.
Yeah, he won it in 2005.
Scored more on goals simply. Probably scored more on goals than Harry Maguire, and that's something else. That's what that is. But yeah, listen, Liverpool are going to be in Europa League next season, anyways. Yo, I can't Thursday nights. Here we go. But anyways, hopefully this is the last preview we ever have on a Wednesday because I'm trying to say I don't want to be in Europa League next season, John. That I can't be dealing. Right, would it be rude of me to throw in, for last question, a team of the season for obviously Premier League team of the season? Are we going? Do we need to have thinking caps on, or can you just name one off?
No, I can give you my 11 now, right here, right now.
Right then.
Yes, I can name one right now.
Right, Ryan, let's go for it.
Nick Pope in goal. Left back Luke Shaw. Centre back pairing of Martinez and Ruben Diaz. Right back Trippier. CDM Casemiro. Two central midfielders of De Bruyne and Fernandes. Right wing Saka. Left wing Rashford, and obviously Haaland up top.
Ryan, can you do me a favour? Because I'm going to make an edit. Can you send me your team of season after this, yeah?
Yeah.
Sound. Decent team, by the way. Was Casemiro in there? Oh, what formation was actually? What formation?
4-3-3.
Yeah. Tom, let's hear
it. Nick Pope in goal. Trippier right back. Two centre backs, Martinez and Saliba. And then Zinchenko at left back. And then Casemiro was the DM, and then Odegaard and De Bruyne as two centre mids. Rashford on the left, Saka on the right, and Haaland up top.
I think the three of us are just gonna have like majority the same. I mean, Nick Pope. I mean, he's had a wonderful season. He's in my team of the season, but like he went from getting relegated with Brighton last season. Oh, Burnley. And now he's literally gone to the Champions League with Newcastle. And you could tell, when we played in the Carabao Cup final, Brighton are up. But I keep playing Brighton just because they're playing. Newcastle they struggle when he's not at the back.
Yeah.
Decent.
No,
so, yeah.
The two times against us kept a clean sheet, but they're playing Karius, who had played a game. He hadn't played a game in 2 years before that game. That's the reason why we won.
I still think we would have beaten them with Pope, but probably would have been a bit more tight. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Football's a crazy game. But yeah, Nick Pope, obviously. Left back Luke Shaw. Obviously, Martinez has to go in there. Martinez. Now the thing is, the right centre back option is a bit of a tough one, Jota. Obviously, Martinez, it has to be in there. Someone that. I mean, obviously, there's a few honourable mentions, but we'll go to them at the end. So, Martinez, Diaz, Trippier. Then I'm gonna go Martinez. Casemiro was the defensive midfielder. Then we're gonna have Kevin De Bruyne and Odegaard. Obviously left wing Rashford, right wing Saka, and down the middle Weghorst. Oh yeah. Haaland. That's more. So I think many of ours are just near the same. I mean, just the last question. Do you reckon Ten Hag should have been in the Manager of the Year nominee, or do you reckon,
Yeah, I think he should have been in it. I think so.
Yeah. Who would you give the manager of the year to? A lot of people are obviously Pep, Eddie Howe, Desirabia. Is he in there? I don't think so, but they're the top two. I mean, Tom, who would you give your manager of the year to?
Honestly, Eddie Howe. I think. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
like
same.
when he joined Newcastle last season, they were in the relegation zone. I mean, it was like December last season. He's got to the Champions League in one full season. Champions League. Like no, I can't think of many managers that do that. Eddie Howe's to win 100%. No one
Yeah,
else
I
can even
agree.
close.
I agree. I know people are saying Pep, but he's always winning titles or whatever. But yeah, I'd go with Eddie Howe. Definitely. But Ten Hag, he should have been in there. Not saying he should have gone, but he should have been in there as well. Ryan, same question for you, man.
I mean, I have to agree with you too, Eddie Howe. I mean, look what he's done.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Obviously, this is the penultimate game tomorrow. Let's go in there. Let's go in and fight. Let's get the 3 points against Frank Lampard's vulnerable Chelsea team. But Tom, thanks for joining, man. Much appreciated as always. And I actually appreciate you covering when my internet decided to go for a walk. And Ryan, thanks for coming on, man. Much appreciated as always too.
No worries. It's been a while, so had to show me face.
Yeah. I think the match is 8 o'clock tomorrow, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, there will be a wash along for the L game tomorrow as well. So let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope we can get the 3 points. A draw is good, but we want the 3 points to finish third or whatever. Top four matters. Thanks for the watching. Speak to you all tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.